The opinions expressed on this program are solely those of individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of either Spectrum Generations or Time Warner Cable. Mature Lifestyle is made possible by Hollywood Casino. There's no place like Hollywood. And by Knowlton Hewins Roberts Funeral Homes and Cremation Service. Our homes are warm and welcoming, and we take care of you and your family like we would our own. Call us anytime. We are here for you.
Welcome to Spectrum Generations Mature Lifestyles. The word mature has never been applied to me in real life, but I am your host. I'm kind of a guest host, filling in for Libby Mitchell, still on vacation up in Palmyra. Having a great time. Got a note from her the other day. They have Wicked Niece's postcards up there. And I understand she was doing some grilling. Didn't go that good because she hadn't talked to Allison. It's my job today, and we're right here on the banks of the Kennebec at Pétanque Stadium. It's a wonderful place, and if you watched last month's show, you might have learned a little bit about pétanque. It's a great game, and now we're going to have a nice repast right here on the side of the stadium grounds while there's a contest going on behind the camera. Anyway, I'm going to introduce Allison Hackett. Allison knows everything there is to know about grilling and catering in particular. How to move it out of the kitchen, onto the lawn, or anywhere else you want to have a catered activity and take the pressure off you, which is what I love to do. So, Allison, welcome.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Well, great. And you're going to tell us, so first of all, tell us a little bit about you. How did you get started?
Well, the restaurants and food has been in my family for a really long time, since before I was even born, so I guess it was kind of in my blood. I've always enjoyed cooking. I went to college in Burlington, Vermont, to Champlain College for hotel restaurant management, and then decided I wanted to learn a little bit more about cooking, and I started a course, a certificate course in catering and culinary arts. So. And you brought all that experience, background, talent to the banks of the Kennebec River. To the banks of the Kennebec,
so yes. We can grill a sturgeon right here if we could just get our hands on one. But actually, I think that's
maybe you, but not me.
Not you. It would actually fill the whole grill right here. Sturgeon's a fairly large fish. But today, what are we going to be dining on today?
Today we have a variety of grilled vegetable kabobs. We're doing barbecue chicken. It's summertime, so we need corn on the cob. One of my favorites is roasted potatoes inside a foil bag, so it kind of steams inside the bag. Really easy to do. And we have a variety of fresh potato salad, pasta salad. This will be our dessert, a mixed berry shortcake. And of course, watermelon. How can you go wrong?
Well, you can't there. I mean, really, that's my plate of watermelon. What are you going to have?
Oh, bummer.
No, I'm not that big a eater, really. I know I look like I am, but I'm not, really. I try to hold back. But tell me a little bit about how this whole catering thing happens, because to me, this is quite a large vessel here.
It sure is.
So do you drag this out to places so you can cook for people, or do?
If we were doing a barbecue, we certainly would. So as you can see, it's quite large. It can accommodate a lot of food. I'm employed through Spectrum Generations, but we have our own catering company called Cohen on the Meadows, and we're based out of Hollowell and also Waterville. So we will cater anything and everything at your house, at our site, corporate meetings, weddings, rehearsal dinners, parties, whatever you want. We can do it.
Out on the back lawn at my place in West Gardner, for instance, could happen.
Yeah,
if I was to call and make arrangements and so forth.
Certainly.
So, and I know the food is excellent. I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time not reaching out and muckling right onto some of the vegetables. You know, you don't think about vegetables necessarily as something that you're gonna go out and grill.
Yeah.
We always think about kill it and grill it kind of thing.
Right.
But you don't have to kill vegetables. They're already dead in a way.
They're already killed for you.
They're not breathing. They're not moving. They're not twitching.
Nope.
So what kind of vegetables are we having? What have you got strung out here on these little sticks?
We have a medley of peppers, yellow, orange, red, and green peppers, zucchini, summer squash, onions, and mushrooms. And what I did last night, I skewered them up yesterday afternoon, and I marinated them overnight in balsamic vinegar and garlic, salt, and pepper.
Oh.
So. They smell pretty good.
You're tearing me up here.
Yeah.
Now, when you go out to do a catering job, and the whole idea is to take the pressure off the person that's bringing you in to cater.
Certainly.
What do they say? Do they just call up and say, hey, Allison, could you show up at my place with a few peppers and some chicken and some potatoes? Or do you actually work out a whole scenario of the timing and everything else? And timing is a critical thing, I would suspect.
Timing is critical. Typically, we would have a meeting or just, figure it out through email or over the phone or something. We do have a menu that we can send to anybody, or I welcome whatever anybody wants. So if you are a diehard sturgeon fan, we'll make it happen.
Well, we can, except I think it's illegal to actually catch them and keep them. I
days.
think you're supposed to catch and release. Sturgeon is a protected species. Anyway, we're not going to
brought it up.
Well, I did bring it up because I'm in West Garden and there's not many rules out there. But
Right.
At any rate, what I'd like to do is have you, in addition, I know we're talking about how to cater.
Yeah.
I also would love to get, personally, I'd like to get some tips on how to grill.
How to grill.
How I could do it. If I wanted to help out in the catering biz, for instance, what would I do first, in addition to putting on this snappy Spectrum Generation bib and overalls here?
Well, I would say your first thing to do would be figure out what you want.
Okay.
Go from there. I
And
mean,
we've gone
you've
from
already
sturgeon.
gone there.
We've
Okay.
gone from sturgeon. We're into, I love chicken.
All
I
right,
do.
so we're
Chicken
back
on
to
the grill.
chicken.
Chicken and these veggies. And the corn, do you have to soak that down to keep it from burning?
Soak it overnight, yes, because otherwise it would be up in flames right now. So you want to soak it overnight in water, or soak it not necessarily overnight, but for quite a while, so that the husk is nice and wet.
And then leave it on low heat?
Low heat, because the corn is cooking internally. The husk is kind of, the wrapper. So the corn's steaming on the inside of the wrapper. So you want to make sure you don't want to cook it on high heat, because then it's going to fry it.
It's kind of like a natural oven there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was born in
Exactly.
an oven. The little kernels must have been scat right from the beginning.
Might be.
I'm born, I'm
If
here
you-
in an oven, someone's going to cook
If
me.
you do it on high, it might be popcorn. You
It
don't
might-
want that.
No, in fact, if that starts going off, I'm going to dive for cover.
Okay.
Yeah, so let
Let's
me know.
hope not. Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. Well, I don't think it will. And look at you moving around, because see, the heat is not...
The heat's
it's
in the
somewhat-
back.
Somewhat variable.
Yeah.
Okay, hotter in the back.
Hotter in the back.
So,
you got to
keep rolling
rotate
them.
and keep track of what's going on.
Is that why that one there looks more cooked
Yeah.
than, say, that one there?
Yep.
And
Exactly.
see, I'm smarter than I look.
I'm gonna start pulling them off. I think the veggies are done.
The veggies look done. You may want someone to taste this. I'm just,
Maybe.
And it may be, I don't know who's around.
Maybe we
I
can
don't-
get some volunteers out there.
Well, no, I
'cause
don't know.
know.
Me. I could do that. I am available.
You are.
Yeah. And you got me a big plate too.
Yeah.
So, well, this is fun. And to have someone like Allison come over to your place and take all the pressure off you and cater to the nth degree. She's told me herself she happens to be the best caterer, but there's a lot of them out there. I took Allison's word for it, not only because she sounded honest, but because when you look at the result right here on this grill, you can't help but believe it. It's the kind of thing we should all take more advantage of here in Maine. The summers are short. Someone asked me the other day what we do in the summer in Maine. I said, well, last summer it fell on a Tuesday and we had a picnic. So if you've only got that one day, what you want to do is have someone cater the meal, so you don't have to spend your one summer day struggling with cooking and probably burning it. That's what I would do. But Allison comes in, it's all done right. People like Allison. There's actually other caterers in the world. Allison happens to cater for Spectrum Generation, and it's Cohen on the Meadows.
Cohen on the Meadows, yes.
And the good thing about that is, and this show is supported by that organization. I should say that for honesty, but the truth is, all the money that's made goes right back into the community. So it is a good thing. It's an excellent way to get a great meal brought to your house, and it's also an excellent way to continue to support our community, which is what this is all about. Being next to the Pétanque Courts has got me all excited, and it's not courts. Actually, it has expanded since I last talked about it. It is now a stadium, and soon to become an arena. And everything is growing here in Maine. Everything's green. We're on the banks of the Kennebec, having a wicked decent time right here. And any words of wisdom about any particular thing we should know right now before we end this first segment?
It's gonna be yummy.
It's gonna be yum. I can tell by just looking and the smell. I happen to be downwind, which in some cases is not a good idea. But this particular situation, you want to be downwind from this meal right here. It is some delicious smell. I can smell the corn cooking. I can smell the chicken cooking. I can see and smell those wicked decent veggies. And when we get off air, after we finish this little first segment, while we're taking a little break, getting ready, right? Some of them veggies gonna disappear. I just want you to know that right now. I can't hold back. I won't be able to wait till the end of the show. Don't expect that, okay? Yep.
All right.
Allison says okay, and she's in charge. So we're gonna wrap this segment up, and we're gonna be back and tell you more about catering and cooking outdoor or anywhere else. Yeah.
This is the new Hollywood Casino, featuring the heart-pounding action of live table games with Vegas-style blackjack, roulette, poker, and more. Now playing at the place where the fun never stops. From the thrill seekers to the blockbuster winners, here you've got the lead role, because there's no place like Hollywood.
Join me, Gary Crocker, at the Sioux Force Annual Pig Roast and Auction on Saturday, September 7th, to support Spectrum Generations Muskie Center Meals on Wheels and hospice volunteers of the Waterville area. It starts at 10. Barbecue at noon. Tickets are wicked cheap. Or Mother and I would be going. Bring your own beverages and your lawn chairs to the Sioux Force Family Camp in Bingham-Solon. Just call 313-3216. Everyone is welcome.
Life should be celebrated. It's a special day when family and friends gather together to celebrate the life of a loved one. A celebration of life helps us honor our loved one and keep our memories alive. Whether you're planning a traditional funeral, a creative celebration of life, or a blend of both, at Knowlton Hewins Roberts, we are truly committed to meet the personal and unique needs of you and your family. Knowlton Hewins Roberts. Visit us online or visit our 2 locations in Augusta and Winthrop.
Welcome back to Barbecuing with Allison, right next to the Pétanque Stadium, right here in the banks of the Kennebec in Mill Park. We're having a wicked decent time. In fact, I understand, I'm quite excited. I just learned that I'm going to get a doggy bag or a doggy box, a big hunk of food to take home with me to West Gardner. So if Mother's watching, it's a free meal, Mother. Get excited. Anyway, and it's great too, because I've actually talked to Allison about it and watched her cook it. I know exactly where this food came from. I know where those chickens were raised. They're free range. They run all over the place, so the fella tracked them down. So, Allison,
yes,
tell me a little bit more about what we can grill and anything else you think I should know, which is plenty, and our viewers.
Well, we can cater groups to any size. Something as small as a group of 5, a group of 2. Well, maybe not, but any size group up to about 300 or even more than that. You know, we're always up for a challenge. So we can do things on site, we can do things at your home, we could do things in your backyard, we could do things right here in Mill Park as long as they let you. So we can do catering pretty much anywhere.
As an example, just a wild question, could you cater in Mert Hickey's woodlot, his whole crew?
His whole crew, how big's his crew?
He's got about 14 guys out there with chainsaws, and they're all running, yeah.
All right, so if you get me a 4-wheeler, I'll ride right up there. I'll do whatever you want.
No problem. So you can cater in a woodlot?
Sure.
Absolutely. And
why not?
Mert Hickey be a good guy to do it for.
Rub a couple sticks together, get that fire going. We can do anything you want.
Mert will make it happen, trust me. So now that we've covered all of this, we know how to cater. Examples of things that you have done, some ideas of where you've been, what you've done.
Well, we have done family reunions in people's backyard. You know, they had a big event and they wanted to spend the time with their family. They didn't want to spend the time standing in front of the grill. So we go, you know, cater their reunion. We bring everything. I think that's part of the plus side too, is we'll bring tablecloths, we bring drinks, we bring, you know, napkins, spoon, fork, knife, Mert Hickey, we bring whoever, you know. We'll bring it all.
Great entertainment if you bring Mert, I'll tell you right now. He doesn't intend to be, but he's wicked funny.
So, I mean, start to finish, appetizers to dessert, drinks, I mean, whatever you want. We can pretty much do anything. So, as far as grilling goes, You can grill just about anything except for a sturgeon, apparently.
Apparently, anything that's an endangered species. I think they frown on eagle, for instance.
Oh,
but
geez.
you've got chicken, and my understanding is, from talking to a friend of mine, not Mert, that eagle tastes just like chicken anyway. So you might as well have chicken right off the bat.
Well, I heard that about squirrel, so.
Same thing, same thing. You know what I've heard? I've heard if you happen to run across a piece of roadkill, you throw it on your manifold, drive about 15, 20 miles at a high speed. You know, when you get there, the food's ready to go to serve. It's kind of on the run, on the go food.
I'm gonna take your word for that.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for that.
I don't think it's gonna be at the quality of what we're looking at right here. But if you're in a survival mode, it's a whole different attitude.
You can do whatever you need.
Whatever you need to do. But we are not in survival mode. We're in enjoyment mode.
Yes, we are.
And the whole key, and you've said it a couple of times, is to allow people to enjoy each other. And there you go.
Exactly.
Take it off the grill so we can enjoy this to eat and make a doggy bag to take home to mother.
That is true.
Yeah.
Mother's going to be excited.
So there'll be no effort on Mother's part tonight. I am not the cook. My wife is the cook in the house.
Well, I'm glad I could make her happy then.
You've made it. Because, as we all know, a happy life is a happy wife.
Oh, certainly.
Or something like that. Anyway, we're having a good time right here at Mill Park. We're going to learn a little bit more about this in the next segment when we get to it. We're actually going to sit down and dine on these victuals that
You're just going to have to wait.
I'm just going to have to wait. Yeah, I heard that a lot in my life. I'm just going to have to wait. Cohen on the Meadows. Part of Spectrum Generations or vice versa? Which is the
Cohen on the Meadows is part of Spectrum Generations. We're a smaller division. We are a for-profit segment as opposed to a non-profit of Spectrum Generations, but our for-profit all goes back into Spectrum Generations. So it all supports our Meals on Wheels programs, seniors, I mean all sorts of different programs that need that funding. So that's what we're here for.
Well, you know, one of the things I like to say.
For purpose catering.
For purpose catering, and I got to tell you, it matters how we treat each other in this life. And one of the things that Spectrum Generations in general and Cohen on the Meadows brings is the opportunity to take care of each other in a really good way. Yes. Enjoy ourselves, have great food in this particular case, and treat each other well, because we're in this together. In the end, people in Maine understand that concept, that we are all in it together, we're all helping each other in one way or another. It just so happens that Cohen on the Meadows is directly tied to an agency that is actually charged with helping and supporting members of the community, especially those of us who aren't as able to get out and get around. Some of the elderly among us, which I'm right handy to that concept. Someone said the other day, geez, you're looking good. And that's the first sign you're getting old right there.
They start lying to you?
They start lying. Once they start lying, boy, you're looking good. I said, geez, how bad did I look yesterday? I just saw you yesterday. I must have looked wicked bad. No, but you're older today. And once you reach that point, really, well, I went through the drive-thru the other day, and I was given a price at that little speaker. And then I got around to pay for it, and the kid looked at me and he goes, "Oh, I'll give you a better price." I have no idea why he did that, but he knocked 10% off the bill right there.
Oh, geez.
It had something to do with, I don't know, you're looking good, that kind of thing. So is there some trick, some idea that we should know about grilling? Because I'm not going to drag this out. Can we use a smaller grill?
You can use a smaller grill. You can use a charcoal grill. You can use any type of grill you want. I think for me, or for anybody, one of the big keys to grilling is temperature. Depends on what you're cooking as far as what temperature you want it. Like the corn and the potatoes, we cooked on a low heat because we didn't want to fry them. We didn't want our popcorn.
Right.
So I think that's a big thing with grilling. You just need to pay attention to the heat, the timing, all that good stuff. So, but you really can grill anything under the sun. I mean, grilling is just another form of providing heat to cook the food. So
if you want
if you'd cook it in the oven, you could cook it on the grill.
Get a trout out there, catch a trout in the stream,
yeah.
Skin her out, get her ready, lay it on the grill, and turn it into a gourmet meal.
You could put a little herb butter in there and wrap it in tin foil, put it on the grill. Oh, it'd be so good.
So how do we dress these meals up? Like you just started down that road. like if I wanted to make those potatoes just even better, could I put some extra stuff inside those aluminum
Yeah,
bags?
I mean, it's all about flavor preference. I mean, I like garlic, so I put a lot of garlic and olive oil in there.
Oh!
Just some different seasonings, and then in the bag, it steams them to cook the potatoes, but it also, the heat on the outside will crisp the potatoes, so.
Well, I'm salivating. I hope I'm not drooling all over the mic, because that's part of looking good too. But anyway, I'm excited about this. We're gonna, in a few minutes, you're gonna finish up with the potatoes. You finished the corn.
Yep.
You just took the chicken off. We got those. I've actually eaten half of the veggies already. And
You back off.
Back off. I'm done. Put my arms down. I keep glancing over your shoulder because I am looking for sturgeon out here. If you have not been down here, come down to the mill pack area, because they got tables where you can dine right here. It's even covered. It's got a little tent right here. You could maybe camp. It's against the rules, but you could do it.
Yeah,
anyway, you can come down here and sit here and have a wicked decent meal. Watch, because we're right handy. You are the cooking station for the Pétanque Stadium, right here, the arena, as we like to put it. In fact, I think they're going to have the Pétanque World Champions here in the next segment. Yeah.
We'll have to stay tuned for that.
Well, I hope so, because they're over there having a championship round right now. This is excitement happening in Mill Park, and you can barbecue anywhere. This is just one good example. We're right here, right in the middle of the capital city, on the river, with good food. Allison, she told me herself, she's a world champion chef. I didn't know that until she pointed that out, but I have tasted the veggies. They're world championship caliber, and I'm sure the corn and the chicken and those potatoes with the garlic all infused. Notice how I threw in the word infused. Yeah, we're gonna come back and see if it's actually infused in just a minute.
You sound wicked smart.
I'm wicked smart. See you in the next segment when we're dining.
Join me, Gary Crocker, at the Sioux Force annual pig roast and auction on Saturday, September 7th, to support Spectrum Generations Muskie Center Meals on Wheels and hospice volunteers of the Waterville area. It starts at 10. Barbecue at noon. Tickets are wicked cheap. Or Mother and I would be going. Bring your own beverages and your lawn chairs to the Sioux Force Family Camp in Bingham-Solon. Just call 313-3216. Everyone is welcome.
This is the new Hollywood Casino, featuring the heart-pounding action of live table games with Vegas-style blackjack, roulette, poker, and more. Now playing at the place where the fun never stops. From the thrill seekers to the blockbuster winners, here you've got the lead role, because there's no place like Hollywood.
Welcome back to Grilling with Allison, and we are at the part of the show I've been looking forward to since it started there. I've been watching her cook, and she is a genius at the grill. She told me that herself. And we're going to have a wicked decent meal right here, and this is the way it can happen for you. Allison, what have you done now?
Well, we've got everything all ready from start to finish. We have our pasta salad, potato salad. We have our grilled chicken, corn, grilled veggies, the ones that you keep eating.
Yes.
Our potatoes that were in the foil bag, and then of course our dessert, the mixed berry shortcake.
And we have drinks, and this isn't hard lemonade.
It's not hard lemonade, but if you did want hard lemonade, we do have a liquor license, so we can serve anything under the sun, including the hard lemonade.
So if someone wanted to bring some wine and have you bring wine and provide it as part of the meal.
Correct, yep. We have on-site and we can get off-site catering permits for the liquor license and all that, so
perfect.
We can make it happen.
There are no limits, apparently.
No.
So you're going to serve up this meal, and what should I begin with? Is it set in courses or?
With this kind of thing, nothing's really an appetizer, so it's kind of a go for it, just to dive right in.
Dive right in.
Dive right in.
I should probably cover up a little bit because I'll be spilling something.
You never know what's going to happen.
It's just a matter of time. And so I'm going to start, I think, with a piece. That chicken looks awful good. So can I just have a piece of chicken with your steady hand there?
Yeah, we'll do some chicken.
Oh, wonderful.
And I know you like these veggies, so we might as well do those too.
Love them. Boy, they got vinegar on them. Balsamic?
Balsamic vinegar.
Listen to that there. Balsamic. But just the name of it makes it taste wicked good. Makes your taste buds just perk right out. Mert Hickey would like it. And there's a potato that's
We gonna do
slipped
some
off the
corn
edge.
too, or what?
Yes. Oh, gotta
Why
have a piece of
not?
corn. nothing like corn in the summer
Nothing
in
like
Maine.
corn in the summer, that's for
Oh,
sure.
oh, this is wonderful.
And I know you want that watermelon, but maybe that's a dessert for
That'll
you
be
or
kind
something.
of semi-dessert along with this wonderful dessert. Look what she's done for me. It's got little shortbread. What is that? What's in the base of this?
Those are lady fingers, which is like it's a shortbread.
Not real lady fingers. Okay.
We wouldn't do that.
I get concerned with names like that because sometimes I wonder.
You never know.
Well, in West Garden, we're quite literal. If we tell you we're serving up roadkill, you can count on it. So, and we're not kidding. It's a little gravelly sometimes.
Oh,
now,
geez.
should I go ahead and try this?
You can do whatever you like. You can dive right in. I mean, everything's done, everything's cooked, so we're ready to go.
Goodness gracious. And I know the stars on TV, when you watch these shows, they'll take like a bite of food and they'll kind of spit it out, you know, just showing off. Not me. No, I'm eating.
I hope not.
I'm dining. You know, I just wish Mother was here. The good news is, before this is done today,
We'll fill up this doggy bag for her.
we're gonna make a doggy bag for Mother. You know, she is happy from time to time, and tonight will be one of them times. So, oh, this is one of, and if I pull the corn back, what do I find under there?
Popcorn.
Popcorn, wicked good. Look at how good it is. And it is convenient. See, I didn't have to do a damn thing.
No.
I didn't have to do anything but call you
Yep.
and say, come on over to Mill Park, right next to the Pétanque Stadium, and set it up, cater it. I want a really decent meal on a nice day where I can watch the sturgeon jump and the eagles fly. Everything's happened today.
Exactly.
I've seen it all. And this is wonderful. Oh, just delicious. Oh, look at sweet corn. Now, where did this corn come from? Did you grow it at Corn on the Meadows?
I wish we did, but I'd be lying to you if I said we did. But I'm sure it came from somewhere right close. It's about that time right now, so.
Now, this is going to sound good on my microphone, I think,
Big
when I
crunch.
bite into it. Yeah. See, everyone out there in TV land is going to say, I wish I was eating corn right now. That's what it sounds like. You're making a big mistake not being down here at Mill Park right now because you didn't know about it. But now you do.
And we'll get you ready for dessert, too.
And we're going to have a little whipped cream being served right here. Oh, my goodness gracious. This is just too good for words.
There
I mean,
you go.
I'm glad Mother's not watching right now because she'll be wicked excited tonight when I go home with a surprise doggy bag. Oh, my goodness, Mother. I mean, I'm talking for Mother. She's going to be excited. Trust me. So, anyone out there that wants to have catering, they can contact you by calling
626-7777. That's how you get a hold of us.
That gets Cohen on the Meadows.
Cohen on the Meadows, Hallowell. Yep.
Great. And will you answer the phone personally, or are there other people?
It depends. I mean, sometimes I do, but probably not.
You have people.
I'm often cooking.
Yeah. Well,
I'm good at multitasking, but I'm not that good.
as a world-class chef, you have people.
I have people, yes.
Absolutely. So your folks will talk to you. You'll set it up, make it happen, and you can have this
Easy
kind of meal.
peasy.
Easy peasy. Any way you want, inside, outside, depending on the weather, and you'll make it happen for the size of the group. It doesn't matter. I love it. I appreciate you setting this meal up. I will say it's a tad overcooked for me because too much food, and I never say that. So we're going to wrap this up. We're going to have a wicked decent meal. I'll eat all I can.
All right.
See you next time. Yeah?
Mature Lifestyle is made possible by Hollywood Casino. There's no place like Hollywood. And by Knowlton Hewins Roberts Funeral Homes and Cremation Service. Our homes are warm and welcoming, and we take care of you and your family like we would our own. Call us anytime. We are here for you.
You're watching TWC TV, only on Time Warner Cable.